When you think about Prague, you usually think about Czech cuisine. It consists of delicious goulash in all kinds of shapes, always tasty sausages, pork knee with juicy sauce. So you may probably think that Prague is a hell for every vegan person. However, you maybe don't know that Prague is in top 10 of vegan cities. So how vegan are surviving here? Where do we buy groceries? Where do we eat? And basically how we simply live in this kind of city? Let's find out.
I decided to become vegetarian 3 years ago. I felt there is something wrong with my food habits, like diet. So just one day, I completely stopped eating everything, like animal products, like a vegetarian. So I became vegetarian, and then year after I switched to vegan.
Since I was a child, I wasn't really eating much meat. It was mostly chicken, and sometimes, occasionally, I would eat something else, especially that my mom has been vegetarian as well since I can remember. So I've been partly always, but to become fully vegetarian, I think it was like 2 years ago maybe, and I still had some breakdowns and so on. So I kind of haven't eaten meat in a year and a half, more or less.
I actually decided to, begin with veganism and then transition into vegetarianism because I thought I could do it. I was watching a couple of documentaries about, climate change happening around the world, and I come from a really small country that's been badly affected by it. So I thought I'd give veganism a shot. Play my part in the whole thing. I did that for 6 weeks, but just because of the way I grew up culturally, I craved for certain products. It was really hard trying to to find all the ingredients and make sure that it didn't come from an animal. I mean, I've never had to do that before in my life, and it was a nightmare.
I was eating vegetarian food for 1 year. It was extremely good experience for me. I decided to become vegetarian person. When I saw a great diversity of different videos on the internet about the food production, about the meat especially production, so I was extremely shocked. And after that, I made a decision to be vegetarian.
Ray usually cooks, and I supervise.
Oh, Ray,
It's okay.
Sorry.
So, I cook sometimes too, but I cook simple things like soup, sandwiches. I don't know. We always eat kind of the same type of meal. Like we eat this most of the time. It's rice and some soya meat and vegetables, right?
Yeah, I try to do a Fijian fusion of food, because I wouldn't say it's, I might sound a little bit derogatory. I'm not used to food that's really bland, I come from a culture where, we like our food to be tasty. So, I like using a whole bunch of spices and flavors and stuff and make that in my food. I use a whole bunch of different vegetables wherever I can and mix it all together and try and make it as nice as possible for Sasha and for me as well, and for anybody else who's eating with me.
There are different definitions of tasty.
Well, yeah, it depends, but yeah.
Because I enjoy really simple food, like plain food. I don't know, some even raw sometimes, but I'm not raw.
I wouldn't say the food that I cook is really complicated. It's
yeah.
Texture-wise and flavor-wise, you get this. I really like it. It's nice.
Well, I don't buy groceries anymore because I have this box diet that I'm ordering. So basically I started with that because I wanted to eat regularly, and I never really had time to cook for myself, especially that I have classes in different times and then I'm working as well sometimes, so it takes a lot of time. You never end up taking regular meals, On weekends I have them only during the week, and I also took only 3 meals per day, so I can still have some snacks in between instead of having the full program of 5. Because I still, want to be able to eat something in between my classes or something. So it's really convenient. I come home and I basically just have to warm the food up, and I have a different thing every day, so I'm not getting bored with my cooking. For example, I like doing some Indian curry with vegetables. What do I like doing? I like doing vegetarian burgers if I can, but that's really time consuming.
There is no such thing as veganism in Fiji. I mean, if you
At
try
all?
at all, you just can't. I mean, there are no restaurants, shops, anything to cater to a vegan's needs, unless you decided to go out and start your own farm. But even that, I mean, you can't go out without. I mean, people in Fiji have this mentality where they still think veganism is vegetarianism, so they'd still they'd still put fish in your dish. They still put cheese. They'll give you a glass of milk or something like that. So they don't really understand what it is yet because. You know, I mean, as I said, the culture is completely different. I mean, it's a seafood culture. It's a culture that, you know, bases itself around fruit and veg, yes, but at the same time, we incorporate all these kinds of different cheeses and stuff into our diet, like most European countries and, you know, and other places. So, you know, it's going okay.
Yeah, when I just became vegetarian, everybody was laughing at me, especially my
Yeah.
parents. It's not that I craved something, but it was really hard, like pressure.
It's very easy to find alternatives if you have the willpower to do so. I mean, but you know, you have to motivate yourself as a person. I mean, I don't think I was ready to jump in so quickly. I just made a decision just like that. I just snapped and said I'm gonna try veganism right now. I don't think that was the right thing to do. I think I should have just taken it step by step, like Sasha did when she began with vegetarianism. She didn't just click and snap into it. I should have done that, and now I'm just, you know, slowly trying to move back into it.
And I thought it was I don't miss eating meat at all, and basically these days you can get vegetarian meals everywhere in every restaurant. You can cook something for yourself. You have so many recipes on the internet. It's just because I'm not saying that eating meat is bad, you know. I think that eating meat is natural to people, but it's not natural in the quantities that people usually eat it, like every day, for example. We can eat meat once or twice per week for our bodies to be able to digest that, and that is fine. So I'm not saying that you have to be vegetarian. I'm just saying, like, just don't overdo it.
So we had a quick peek into vegan lifestyle. However, there's still so much more to explore. That's so well.
Bye bye.